So in this video we'll be doing the insecure service executables. So these executables are writable by our user. Okay. We will be finding those executables, writable executables, and then we will see the permissions, sorry, the services with the writable permissions, and then we will change the path. Okay. So let's get started. We will use the access check to check the binaries that we have the right access. So U specify for suppressing any errors, and then W for checking the writable. And if you want to check for writable services, you need to mention C. So now we are not going to mention C here. We need to mention like recursive and verbose. So that's we need to do. And then what we need to do is you need to specify our username. So that is user, and from where you need to find the recursive ones. So that is program files. So from here program files, you need to recursively search for the binaries that are execute read write by the user. So run this, and you can see we have the unquoted service path. We have all file access, and then we have auto run program.exe, and then we have the file permission service file perm service.exe. So in this video we will be doing this one, file perm service.exe. So what we are going to do is we need to use the wmic service list brief, and then what we are going to search for find str. We are grep for file perm. So now hit enter, and you can see file permission, it has been stopped and it was manual. And I think we can also use the sc, let's say sc query and hit enter. You will get all the services. In that, what we are going to do is we are going to grep for same file perm. So I think it will show only the running process. So there is a file perm service, it did not yet started. So this is the path, right? So copy this path, so you can use the access check on this, still we get the right access. So that's what they have done here. So you can copy this one, so still you will get the same answer. Okay. So you can see we are the users have file all access. So this is the same result we have seen in this before. Now what you can do is you can replace our reverse64.exe to this one. Okay, now the file has been copied. All you need to do is copy this one. So copy to this, where is this one? So this one, you can copy all the path. So since we have the permissions, it should do it. Yes, overwrite. I think we need to change the file name. Yes, now let's. Okay, so the content has been changed. Now all you need to do is let's start the listener, and then let's start the service, and we get this. So we are the system. So in this we have found the exe files that are writable by the current user, and then we have replaced the reverse shell exe, and then we have started the service and we got the shell.